For 24 cycles she had never spoken a word. But when the Emperor's mute daughter drank the fabled Alara elixir, a single sip would shatter silence, unravel secrets, and leave the galaxy weeping. The silver vial hovered in the air between trembling fingers and gleaming metal as if it were suspended by some unseen force. Lyra, the mute daughter of Emperor Xeroc, regarded it with solemn reverence. For 24 cycles of life, she had never spoken a word. Her silence had become the stuff of legend across the galaxy. Some whispered it was a curse. Others claimed it was divine protection. Her father, the most feared ruler in the known universe, had always loved her quietly, protecting her from the venomous intrigues of his court. And now, on the eve of a gathering that included every major ruler, diplomat, and warrior in the galaxy, Lyra was about to do something that no one could have foreseen. The Alara elixir was said to be one of the rarest creations in existence. Distilled from the tears of dying stars, mixed with the essence of planets lost to time, it was rumored to unlock the deepest truths within anyone who drank it. Some said it could heal broken spirits. Others claimed it could reveal destinies too profound for ordinary understanding. No one knew for certain, because no one had survived to tell the tale. Yet here, in the heart of the Emperor's obsidian palace, Lyra held the key to an event that would change the galaxy forever. Her pale, luminous eyes scanned the assembled crowd. Every gaze in the throne room, every eye, every sensor, every mental probe yours fixed on her. Even the Emperor, towering and terrible, regarded her with a mixture of pride and fear. One sip, whispered the inner currents of the galaxy. One sip was all it would take. Lyra lifted the vial. Her fingers, delicate yet steady, brought it to her lips. Time seemed to slow. The crowd, usually restless and arrogant in their power, held its collective breath. The air shimmered, vibrating with an energy that had no visible source, but that everyone could feel in their bones. She drank. A soft glow emanated from her chest, first faint, like the dawn over a distant world, then growing brighter and brighter, until the entire throne room was bathed in a luminous golden light. The very stones beneath them seemed to hum. Lyra's lips moved, forming words that no one had ever heard before. And yet every being present understood them. Not as sound, but as a resonance felt deep in the soul. Memories long buried, secrets long hidden, regrets too heavy to carry, they all poured out. Spilling into the hearts of every onlooker, the Emperor's counselors were the first to falter. Faces once hardened by ambition, cruelty, and deceit twisted in shock and grief. They fell to their knees, tears flowing unchecked as Lyra's unspoken truths revealed their darkest acts. Betrayals of allies, lies to their people, murders committed in cold calculation. The sound of the universe itself seemed to resonate with her, and even the walls of the throne room vibrated in acknowledgement. Ships in orbit trembled, and distant colonies paused their routines, sensing the unfolding miracle. Yet Lyra's words were not of vengeance. They were of empathy. She spoke of pain and sorrow, of joy and hope, of every emotion that bound living beings to one another. And when she voiced a single phrase, "We are not alone in our suffering," it cut through centuries of hate and fear like a beam of pure light. Every being present, from the most hardened warlord to the humblest ambassador, felt an overwhelming surge of understanding, a profound connection that transcended species, culture, and distance. Even Emperor Xeroc felt it most acutely. His heart, long encased in ice forged by power and fear, cracked under the weight of what his daughter revealed. He had ruled countless worlds with an iron grip, yet he wept openly in the throne room, feeling in that moment more like a father than a conqueror. Lyra's glow washed over him, and he saw not only the truth of the galaxy, but the truth of himself. Every choice, every cruelty, every lost opportunity for compassion, beyond the palace. The effects rippled across the stars. Warring factions ceased their hostilities. Leaders reconsidered old grudges. Entire fleets paused in orbit, unsure whether to attack or retreat. As a tide of empathy swept through the minds of those who had long believed themselves invulnerable to compassion, even those who had built empires on oppression felt the heavy weight of conscience pressing on them for the first time. Some resisted, but the purity of Lyra's revelation was unstoppable. It pierced through greed, through hatred, through fear. The elixir's magic faded with time, as all things must, but its impact endured. Lyra's single sip had awakened not just her voice, but the dormant capacity for understanding and empathy across billions of lives. Conflicts softened, alliances were rebuilt, and new connections, fragile yet beautifully, merged where enmity had once reigned. The galaxy wept, and in those tears was the promise of renewal, of hope, and of unity that had never before been possible. Lyra herself returned to silence. As she had always been, her lips sealed once more. Yet nothing would ever be the same. Her quiet strength had illuminated the hearts of the universe, and her courage had shown that power alone was meaningless without compassion. Even stars seemed to shimmer differently, as though they, too, acknowledged the girl who had spoken and changed everything. One sip had transformed the galaxy. One sip had awakened its heart. And though she never spoke again, the legacy of Lyra, the mute daughter of the Emperor, would echo across the cosmos for eternity, a reminder that even the smallest, quietest act could leave the galaxy in tears and in awe.